Hi guys, my name is Maya and you're watching Zen HairLife. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my yoga teacher training. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, once a month, and it's the entire day, basically like from noon to 8 o'clock at night. So it's the whole day, once a month, 3 days for that week every month. So one weekend a month. And I just really wanted to do like a pre-video talking about like what I'm expecting, like my thoughts and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so what am I thinking? I'm kind of expecting it to be very rigorous, and I guess I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm doing a 200-hour RYT, Registered Yoga Teacher training. And it's a 6-month training, so it's from the end of this month, end of February, to the end of September. Actually, the day before my birthday is when it ends. September 28th is the day that it ends, and my 22nd birthday is September 29th. So, oh my god, my 22nd birthday is September 29th. Oh my god, I'm so old. Oh, okay. I just had a little freak out because I just am getting used to being 21, even though I've been 21 for a while now. Like, the fact that I'll be 22 this year is kind of like mind-blowing. It starts at the end of this month and it goes until the end of September. And yeah, so it's a Hatha training, and it's an alignment-based training. So it's based in, like, the principles are based in alignment and really focused on that. So I'm going to be pretty much learning a lot of different things. Obviously, how to teach a class, how to instruct people, every single movement. So I'm going to be learning the basics. Not the basics, but I'm going to be learning everything I need to know to be able to be a solid yoga teacher. And, it's going to be really crazy. We're going to start actually teaching classes probably 2 months in. 2 or 3 months in, we're going to actually start teaching real classes to real people, and I'm really kind of excited and nervous about that. Like, I'm just so excited about this because I just feel like now not that I'm worth something, because that sounds crazy, but that I'm actually able to function as a contributing citizen, and because I haven't really had a job, like a real job. I worked in retail for maybe 2 months the summer after my freshman year of college, and that was really it. I did an internship my sophomore year, and I haven't really had very much working experience, so this is like a huge deal for me, because once I'm done with this, I could, if I wanted to, I literally could just be a yoga teacher if I really, really wanted to just do that, which that's not what I just want to do. I want to do a lot of different things, and I don't know if some of you know that I want to go into holistic medicine and do integrative nutrition and all that kind of stuff. So I want to be able to use my training in yoga to be able to use that use those skills together and just do something really, really awesome. I guess you could say that YouTube is a job too, because I do get a very small amount of money, because I know I'm not like a big YouTuber, so I don't get very much money at all for my videos. But I mean, if you do consider that a job, then I guess YouTube is my job too. But it's just, I love doing videos, so I don't even think about it like that, which is how it should be. You shouldn't even think about your job as a job. But I'm getting off topic now. So I am back to how I'm feeling. I'm kind of nervous, because you're always nervous when you go into something big and huge and new, because it's something huge and big and new. And even though I've been taking yoga for a long time, for a while, this is so different. This is like the next level, like being able to teach somebody yoga. It's just amazing. Like being the person in the front of the classroom, picking the music, and being able to speak what you're feeling. I feel like that's one thing that I'm super, super excited about when it comes to being a yoga teacher, is because there's always things that I'm experiencing in my practice even when I'm, say, in a class that I want to like verbalize, but obviously you're a student, so why, I mean, in some settings, certain classes, it's appropriate and you can speak and you can express how you're feeling, but most of the time, not really. But I think it's gonna be just so cool to explain to people in my own words, like how this should make you feel, or how you should, what you should go into the practice, what the practice should be centered around. Like, it's all gonna be based on what I want to do, what is my intention for that day, and I'm setting the intention for the class, and that's just so cool. It's just like, say I'm walking down the street and I see a leaf fall from the sky, and I just get some really cool idea about how I could incorporate that into my class. I can totally do that, and I'm just really excited about just incorporating a lot of different elements into my classes and being able to just express my thoughts and my feelings in yoga in my classes. And I just feel like my students are really gonna gel with me. They're really gonna like the way I teach and the way, because I feel like if any of you out there do yoga, I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like I feel like a lot today, but I think it's really important for a yoga teacher to have a feeling. When you go into a class, like I've been to many different studios, and sometimes you'll just step in the studio and you automatically feel like this is a good space and I am going to have a really awesome practice here. And then there are other places where it's just like, you don't really get anything, and then you meet the teacher and it's just like, and then you have the class and it's nice, but the teacher didn't just wow you, or the teaching just didn't just move you and take your practice to that next level. And I feel like it's just so much more than the movements and the motions and the names. I feel like it's so much more than that. And anybody that's had a yoga teacher that's just really just done that, after that class you just feel so alive. And you don't get that from every yoga teacher. And I feel like it's just so much more than the movements. And I think somebody who is aware of that gives a better class, So I feel like I really just want to be able to do that with my classes. I want to be able to reach people and touch people. I want people to experience what I experience when I go to a teacher that I just love, and I connect with them, and I really feel like I'm getting more out of my practice than I could get at home, because that's really more the point of going to a class, is to be getting more out of the class than you could at home. Because if you could get the same thing at home, then what's the point of wasting your money and doing it at a class, other than to be safe, because that is a big part of going to classes. If you're a beginner, you want to be safe, so that's a big, huge part of it. But other than that, if you know what you're doing, you know the poses, there's really no point to go to a class if that person's not really just going to touch you and move you and take those movements to another place, to take it to somewhere else, that it's not just downward facing dog, and it's not just tree pose, it's like everything, so I don't know. I think it's going to be really intense. I'm interested to see how it's going to be being at the studio literally all day from 12 to 8 o'clock at night. That's a long time. And then it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm gonna have to pack lunches and do all that, bring lots of water, but I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited. I've really, I do, oh gosh, my hair got snagged. I do want to get some new yoga gear, so I might do a yoga clothing haul. I don't know, maybe. If I get enough stuff, which over time I probably will, because I don't have that much specific yoga gear, because I usually just wear athletic wear. I think the time is going to be interesting for me. I think it's going to be different. I think studying yoga is going to be really interesting. I think one thing that I'm kind of interested in is how I'm going, what do I take notes on, because I know it's important for us to take notes in the training, because you need to be knowing, like, I mean, because you're having to take a test at the end of it. But, you know, what is this pose, and what does this mean, and what muscle does this activate, or if we end up talking about the chakras, like what chakra is this good for, what kind of mood do you want, like all the different things that are important to maybe just one single pose. So I think really studying the part of yoga is going to be different for me, because I've always just been a practicer of yoga, and now I'm going to be a student of yoga. And that I think is going to be really interesting, and I'm excited because I'm just so excited to deepen my level of understanding in this whole thing that is yoga. And I'm not stopping here. I'll probably end up going and doing a 500-hour yoga class, yoga training in the future, and then probably some other. I do want to eventually do a Kundalini training, because that is the style that I predominantly involve myself in. But yoga as a whole is just so very special to me, and it's something that I just find peace and solace in, and I think that it's awesome. I mean, I don't even know how else to explain it. It's just really awesome. And that's another thing. I feel like the training is going to be able to help me articulate my feelings or my thoughts and understandings in yoga, because there's things that you can mentally, on a spiritual or mental level, understand, but then to be able to articulate it is completely different and on a different level. And I think that this training is really going to be able to to help me do that, to articulate these things that you do and you understand when you're a practicer of yoga. But now as a student of yoga, you're going to be able to tell somebody else about it, because as a student, you're also a teacher. You know, you're always a student of yoga, but once you become a student, you're a teacher. And I think that's the difference between being a practicer and being a student of yoga. And I'm really excited. I can't say that enough. I don't really even know what it's going to, as much as I can like speculate what it's going to be like, I have no idea what it's going to be like until I'm like in it. Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting, and I hope you guys are interested and excited to watch me grow, because I feel like by the end of this training, I'm going to look back at this video and be like, wow, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and I just didn't know what I was expecting. And yeah, so I think it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited that I'm documenting the entire thing, because I think this is a big deal. This is a huge transitioning moment for me. I feel like this is a big turning point. I feel like this is a point in my life that's really this is one point, and I'm just like, this was something that I did to really catapult myself to the next level, or change my sound. Like, this is a point that I could say, like, this is here when all of this started to change. Not necessarily saying like the moment I walk in that door, my whole life is going to change, but I think there's times in your life when a specific decision or a group of decisions changed your outlook on life, or changed your direction or your path. And I think this is one of those times. So yeah, I don't really have that much else to say. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this, but it's okay, because we're doing a haul today, because I got a lot of cool stuff in LA. Let me tell you, I love LA.